Hello, hello.
Good night, everybody. So, the topic of today is taking it too far.
Mm.
And we got a lot of that shit going on.
Yes, indeed, we do.
Like, especially in Vegas alone, like, there's so many murders as a result of arguments.
Relationships,
You know,
yeah, just concerning with relationships, yes. Yes, or unsolved. They finding people in their trunks
man,
or in a car, you know, in the very apartment that they live in.
it's a lot of murder, suicide.
Crazy.
It's been quite a few, though.
And it's just like, why did it have to go that far? What, why did it have to come to that?
Right. And in some situations, pride play a lot, play a huge role in that. I remember going on a date with this guy, and he was from not my neighborhood, but he was from the neighborhood,
Right.
and he was cool dude, but he had his shit on him and all that, in the truck with him. So we pull up at the little store, the little gas station. He about to get some gas, but like I noticed when he come out, it's this dude just like walking behind him, just like talking hella shit,
Uh-huh.
like taunting, and I'm like, please don't let this motherfucker just, you know what I'm saying, make him, you know. But I don't even know what's going on. I'm just looking like, what's going on?
Right. You spectating.
Yeah, I'm still in the truck. So, like, he opened the door. He look in the truck. He like, yeah, hey, baby girl, he don't even know. And I'm just looking at him like, you damn right, because he sure didn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
He definitely didn't know. And it's crazy how people can just take little things to the limit, and it can just explode you. Like,
Right. From 0 to 60.
man.
Like,
And
just
it
like that.
and it just be like, especially when you're being taunted or just picked at. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Eventually you just
Okay. I'm going to give you what you're asking for at this point.
right.
Yeah. 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 I can remember a few experiences on my end with that. You know, I took over an apartment, from my sis. You know what I mean? Okay.
Mhm.
I was there for a few months. Maybe I want to say almost a year. Anywho, long story short, when it came time to move out, I asked for, I had so much going on. I had asked for this particular cleanup to be done, right? So,
Right.
when I checked back with this person, it was said to me that it was all good, all clear, whatever. Come to find out, it wasn't. You get what I mean? But the
Mhm.
other, the other party, how they handled it was like beyond me.
Mhm.
You get me? I'm talking about social media going to so far as to putting other things out there that didn't even have anything to do with that. You get what I mean? and knowing the person that I am, I'm a very cleanly person. You know what I mean? So if you would have just addressed me like, hey, this wasn't, when it came, I went back over to the check when it came through the walkthrough, this was left, this was left, this was left, this was left. Okay, I would have addressed it. You know what I mean? In an expeditiously fashion. You know what I mean? But instead, you take a different route. I mean, just attacked me with it. You know what I mean? So, again, mind you, I'm like, okay, I get it, so on and so forth. But again, like I said, I'm looking I see social media just hit me up. I start getting phone calls. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is how hard this person's going.
Whoa.
This is how hard this individual is going. And it's just like, okay, wow. So, again, bringing other entities into it that has nothing to do with the situation at hand. So, anywho, I'm at work one day, and I'm saying I'm getting blew up. And I'm irritated because I'm almost off. I say I got about maybe another 45 minutes.
Right.
You know what I mean? Another 45 minutes. I'm like, all right. But I hit that person up. I was like, I'm about to be off. No worries. I'm going to hit you soon as I'm off. And I mean, soon as I was off, I couldn't get out the door fast enough before I had this person on call, like calling. But now, no answer. You get what I mean? So at this point, I left a whole message. Like, look, you ain't answering, but okay. I'm on my way to the house. I'm about to change. Sir, meet me at whoopty whoop 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 whoop. Blase,
right.
blase, blah. It was like I was not playing because this is how hard this person was going. Like, hold up. You don't ever. I thought we were better than that. You don't ever.
Right.
So, but again, no response. So at this point, I don't think that person realized, like, you didn't went too far. Now you didn't went too far. You got motherfuckers calling me away from another city.
What?
On this bullshit that you on. You get what I'm saying?
Right. Whatever the shit is. You know what I'm saying? Whatever the shit is you on. You got me fucked up on it.
All the way. So I put it out there. I'm going to be whoopty whoop whoop. Meet me. But you're not answering now. But okay, whatever. I'm assuming you getting your shit together. Meet me whatever, when you get this message. Holla at your girl. Nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't get nothing. Nothing after that. And it was frustrating because at that point it was just like, do you realize, like, how you came at me? Do you realize, like, but then you leave me hanging because you woofed all this shit and I purchased one of them motherfucking tickets.
Right.
My thing is, don't invite me to no good time because I'm going to show up.
I know that's right. I remember, like, and tell me if I was wrong or not. Tell me if I took it too far. So, this was like, probably like 5-6 years ago. So, like, right around time, like, I was divorcing my husband and all that.
Mm-hmm.
My husband of 3-4 months. But anyway. So, I'm, during this time, I'm looking for somewhere to move, a different place to move to. I was on the east side at this point, and I was trying to move, in a bigger house. So, I went and looked at a house, it was over there in a good neighborhood, it wouldn't have took that much for me to get to work, shit like that. So to me, I thought it would have been perfect.
Right.
So, I meet the lady there but the day that I met her there to actually look at the house, I should have known something then because, like, when I pulled up, she was like, already standing outside the car she was in. And like when she reached out to shake my hand, it's like all I smelled was ass, right? It was almost like she had just finished digging in her ass or something. So that should have told me right there what kind of person she was, right?
Right.
So I go in, I see the house. I'm like, it was cool though. It was like a pretty much a 5-bedroom. You know, it had a loft upstairs and all that shit.
Right.
But it's like, you know how when you go to view and you already know this shit they gotta do before you move in, so you just looking like, okay, I see the potential, you know. Plus, you know, she was willing to you know, sign the paperwork right there.
Right.
So I'm like looking, I'm like, okay, cool. So I had already set the date to move with her on the 1st. So she like, yeah, you know, everything will be done. I mean, you know, it had roaches in it, like dead roaches. And like stains all on the walls and holes, and it just like whoever moved out of that motherfucker left her out alone, right?
Right.
So, you know, and she wanted me to pay like a $2,000 deposit, $1,900 or something like that. Which I wasn't tripping off paying a deposit. But, you know, I was under the assumption that she was going to get all that shit cleared out. And, you know, so the day when I moved in, it was like already too late because I had already got the U-Haul, everything. I'm moving my shit in. And I'm like, wasn't nothing done.
Wow.
So it was still dirty. It was still filthy, like in the cabinets, the refrigerator. Like, we had to clean that shit out ourselves.
Wow.
So, you know, and we there for like a whole week. Trying to, you know,
get that
clean
shit
this
together.
house. To the point to where I was like, you know, man, I just don't think it's fair for me to pay all this on this deposit when there's so much shit that need to be fixed. Like, it's so many holes and shit like that. Like,
right.
You know, how am I gonna be able to distinguish my shit and the shit they left her with? So, what do I look like giving you a $1,900, $2,000 deposit?
And you didn't do shit to this house.
And you ain't do nothing. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to try to keep my deposit because you're going to try to save all the damages, which these damages is already here.
That ain't got shit to do with me.
Right. So I was like, you know, I thought about it, man. I was just thinking about it the whole time while we trying to clean up, you know. I'm like, but the house is nice, you know, but, man, I think that she should give me a little, you know, deal as far as the deposit. Right. Because I don't want to have that much money on the line and I know that you're not giving me my money back.
Fair enough.
Because it's going to be damaged because you giving it to me damaged.
Fair enough.
So I come at her. I'm like, hey,